WWE on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen. WWE on Netflix. And we are here. We are live for it. And we have I have 5 predictions. 5 predictions for the WWE on Netflix debuts. And me personally, I'm going to have to say this. Now, WWE usually air on USA Network for the very last time last week. January 6th, the show would move to Netflix on a special debut episode. Now, the biggest stars in the business will compete to make an impact in front of a brand new streaming audience. Now, hopefully Netflix, you don't buffer or shut down because there's going to be millions of people trying to watch this on Netflix. So Netflix, I hope that whatever you do on your networks, make sure it's good to go because people's going to be watching left and right. They really are. And the WWE has already announced huge matches, including the tribal combat where you have Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa. You have the last woman standing match for the women's world title where you have Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. But this is the only beginning of the show that could include wild returns and shocking moments in great action. And I would love it. As a wrestling fan, I'm going to love it. In following the 6 predictions of the premiere of Raw on Netflix, that it could change the complexion of the WWE in 2025 and beyond. Now, I might see Rhea Ripley win against Liv Morgan. I can see her taking the title tonight. I can see her beating Liv Morgan for the title, but I think Liv Morgan's going to hold on to it to the Royal Rumble. But I'm still going to pick Rhea Ripley to beat, and get that. And I think Becky Lynch might have a return too. In return and challenge Rhea Ripley. That might be a thing too, where Liv Morgan might beat Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch returns to challenge Rhea Ripley. You just never know. You have to come back to this video once it's done. Because we all know that between WrestleMania 40, played the host in huge matches, including battle between Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch for the World Championship. It was a good contest. It was hardly reached his height, but both women achieved due to injuries and illness. But before either could set on stage for a sequel, Ripley was injured and the man chose to take some time off from the ring to, be a mother and take care of, her and Seth Rollins' child. But since Lynch has disappeared from the public eye and spending time with her daughter while preparing for the next steps in her career, that does include she's going to be playing in a role in Star Trek, the Starfleet Academy that's debuting in 2026. So it looked like Rhea Ripley might have her return with Becky Lynch, and to have it on Raw on Netflix definitely makes sense. It definitely makes sense. You got the Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, and the original Tribal Chief and Roman Reigns. That's going to be a match that you definitely want to see. Roman Reigns has clearly established himself that his goal is to reclaim his Tribal Chief as the Tribal Chief. Now, I was not a Roman Reigns fan. I wasn't a Roman Reigns fan at all. But I don't like this new Tribal Chief in Solo Sikoa. I'm not a big fan of him. And on Monday, there's a chance that the original Tribal Chief back on track, and the story will be much stronger with Roman Reigns again wearing on him and beating Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa keep calling himself the new Tribal Chief and gaining significant credibility in that time and has gone far. But his current role will benefit the adversity of the Force face and the fact that he needs more to overcome. And Roman Reigns had definitely got to be at the head of the table. So I'm definitely taking Roman Reigns to beat Solo Sikoa. You got Jey Uso that's going to defeat Drew McIntyre with the help of his brother. That's a possibility. There's been some drama there for a while, as Drew McIntyre is set to see the sights of his 3 men of Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Jimmy Uso. He has already defeated Sami Zayn twice in great matches settings in a stage for a main event to step up next. Jay's feud with the Scottish Warrior is unlikely completed in one match. So in the result of Raw on Netflix, the premier clash cannot be indefinite. But the best answer would be for Jimmy to return and help Jay, as Jimmy suffered a broken toe at the Survivor Series in the War Games. Had been attacked by Drew McIntyre while recovering. So he's already been healthy, already got enough to get back on track for wrestling since he's been working house show matches since December 26th, setting the stage for the January TV return. Now, Jimmy Do owes McIntyre a receipt for his attacks 3 weeks back, and he could pop up in the crowd by standing tall with his brother Jay. Now, this would be great for a crowd-pleasing moment to bring back more stars of the Bloodline story, as well, giving the Scottish more rivals to combat. And it will push McIntyre to seek more allies in his new vendetta, as he cannot defeat 3 men on his own and likely will align with fully Solo Sikoa. That might be interesting. John Cena might come back. And John Cena's supposed to come back tonight. That's the biggest thing on here. But Tony Hollingsworth said, I would like to see Cody lose the belt to John Cena in his feud with Cody. Then Randy come in, and Cody versus Randy finally happened. So I wouldn't like to see Cena become a champion, because he's just, if he's on his last rodeo of being part of the wrestling world, of being part of the WWE, I just don't want that to happen. I don't want Cena being a champion. If Cena's going to come back, then The Rock has to come back. Now, The Rock might be a little bit more interesting, but they both part-time and just on WWE's contracts and just getting paychecks from the WWE. Cody Rhodes has been there night in, night out, defending that title every event that he could. I would have a better person than John Cena. Not saying that John Cena is not worthy of the title. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that we need somebody that's going to be there 365 days of the year to be the champion. Now, if Randy comes in and beats Cena for the title, then we might have a different story there. But Randy's been on and off of television as well with his injuries. But I would love to see Cody versus Randy. I would love to see that, because that's what third generation, second generation superstars. No, they both third generation superstars. I would love to see that matchup because of just the iconic of the Orton family and the Rose family. I would love to see that. But Tony Hollingsworth, you got a point there. But Cena's going to bring in the views. The Rock's going to bring in the views. We're going to have a lot of people bring in the views. They're probably going to make John Cena a champion to break the Flair record. I'm surprised they will let John do it. If not Charlotte, let Charlotte do it more than John Cena. I mean, that's her daughter. I mean, that's his daughter. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. That makes sense. So I can see that happening. But this is the one thing I want to get into, and people might not like this. They might not like what I'm about to say here. Seth Rollins could possibly turn heel to beat CM Punk. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because right now, both of those guys are fan favorites. Both of those guys are fan favorites, especially Seth Rollins, especially CM Punk. They both fan favorites. But I would not be surprised if Seth Rollins turns heel. He's good when he's heel. We saw the success when he was heel. We saw the success when he was popular, when he was a good guy. Turn him back to be a bad guy. Let CM Punk be the good guy. That's the best thing you could do. For real, for real. I would love to see that. I think that makes a lot of sense, in my personal opinion. But tonight at 8 o'clock, I will be on the Sports Wire YouTube channel doing Monday Night Raw on Netflix, watching it. I'll probably watch it from my phone, or I probably won't even do it at all. But who knows? Who knows? I might be on my second YouTube channel doing it. But that is my predictions for Monday Night Raw on Netflix. I got Roman Reigns being Solo Sikoa. It's gonna be. I got Rhea Ripley beating Liv Morgan, but I think Liv Morgan's going to retain because Becky Lynch is going to come back. That's going to be a lot to talk about. If we want to have our recap, we're going to have our recap. It's going to be fun to watch.